Hey guys, welcome back to my channel again. I'm here today with another video. Yay! So this video is going to be about how we ladies make our decision before we actually commit to a hairstyle. Now, there are different reasons why one might want to change her hairstyle. You've just had braids on and you'd like to take it off and try on something else. Do I do my natural hair? Do I carry my natural hair? Or do I go and make some cornrows so I can wear a wig? Or do I go get a weave done? Or do I just go back to braids? Or do I do crochet? So these are things that us ladies take into consideration before we choose our next hairstyle to commit to. This is exactly what this video is going to be about. Things that would help you make an informed decision and help you influence the decision so you commit to a hairstyle that you know you're ready for. So the very first hairstyle I like to discuss today are braids. What are the pros and cons of having braids on? How costly is the braids? And the same goes for the rest of the hairstyles that we're going to be discussing. So the very first thing I want to talk about is the advantages of having braids done. Braids are easy to manipulate. You can make them into an updo. You can tie them up. You can leave them down. It's really a versatile hairstyle to play with, and you can get creative with it. Also, if you have a lifestyle where you're always on the go, you have to wake up in the morning and jump into your car and get to work, you might want to think about getting braids done, because that way you don't spend too much time on your hair. You pretty much have to take off your hairnet or your bonnet and you're ready to go. In terms of comfort, I think braids are pretty comfortable, but not at first, not while you're making them or trying to get them done. I think they're very uncomfortable when you're trying to get them done, and I think they're very painful when you're trying to get them done, and they're very time consuming when you're trying to get them done. First of all, you have to find somebody that does it really well, which can take up a lot of time. You spend a lot of money. Like they say, you have to kiss a bunch of ugly frogs before you find your prince. The same goes for hair braiders. So you might wanna do your research a little bit more so you can find somebody and not waste your money. So yeah, it takes so much time to make the braids. It is painful. It's super time consuming. So I really like braids. I like braids because I think I look really beautiful in braids, and I think one of the things I like about braids is the way my face looks when I just get it done. It tightens up my face and I just look brand new. I look like a little baby, and it's just really nice. Like, it's obvious that I just got my hair done. My face is tightened, my eyes are really like stretched out, and I like the way it looks at first. But one thing I don't like about braids, when it gets old, you start to look dirty. I always feel very unkept when I've had my braids on for too long and it's starting to look old. That's one of the things I don't like about braids. Another thing I don't like about braids is it takes so much time to take it off. Like, you really need assistance. If not, you're going to be stuck taking off your hair for probably a day, a whole day. It can take you a whole day to take off your hair, and once you take off your hair, if you've had it on for, let's say, a month or two, your hair is going to be really dirty and tangled. So you have to detangle it, and then that hurts so much. And then you have to wash it because it's going to be really dirty, condition it because you haven't taken care of your hair since you've had the braids on. And even if you've been putting like lotion and whatnot on your hair, the truth is the dirt is really going to accumulate on your hair. So either way, it's not very good, it's not very pleasant, but it looks beautiful. It's a traditional hairstyle, and I think it looks good on everyone. And also, it's really easy to maintain and really easy to play with, and it's fun. So the next hairstyle I'm going to be moving on to is wigs. The great thing about wigs is you can take that wig off as soon as you get home, like you take off your shirt, okay, or like you take off your shoes. and you can go to bed lightheaded with just your cornrows on. You can also take care of your hair. You can decide, oh, I've had my cornrows on for too long, I want to wash my hair, I want to deep condition my hair, and you can do that and put your cornrows back on and have your wig back on. I mean, it does suck if you don't know how to do the cornrow yourself, but yeah, you know, it's that easy. If you have, like, for example, a roommate that can do your cornrow for you, you have somebody on call that can just easily do your cornrow for you, that's great. But if you don't, then it could be a bit of a problem for you. So that's something you might want to think about. And wigs are also expensive, so it might cost you a few dollars at first, but a wig is something you can have for a year, 2 years, 3 years. It really does depend on how long and the quality of the wig and how expensive it was. So if you're going for a wig of say $100, you might have a really terrible experience with the wig where it lasts for a day. But if you're going for something that is maybe $500, $600, okay, then you might have it for like 2 years, and you can color it and you can do so many different styles with it. It's gonna look like a different wig every single time you change it, and the quality will remain the same. So yeah, that's it about wigs. You don't really need a professional to install it for you, seeing as you can just pretty much take it off and put it back on as you please. Yeah, so that's it. It can be expensive at first, but in the long run it's kind of cheap. It is cheap. And you don't need a professional to install it for you. You can just watch videos on YouTube and install it yourself. You can take it off and on and take care of your hair in between, and it is light. Say if you want to go to the gym, you don't want to have a wig on, you can just take it off and go with your cornrows. So yeah, wigs, I love wigs. I personally, I really like wigs, not just because I can make them, but because I think they're just generally very nice, very beautiful, very different, very versatile. And I'm somebody, I don't like to carry the same hairstyle for a long time, so it just suits my kind of lifestyle. And then the next, we're gonna go into the weaves, the ones where you sew in, the leave out. Tell me about it. This particular kind of hairstyle, it is great, but guess what, it is great at causing alopecia. So you might want to stay away from hairstyles like that unless you have a super duper god sent professional that can help you protect your natural hair, or else you're gonna be in soup, because the way people knot and tie the thread onto your hair and the weave, and then you end up carrying it for 4 months, you're gonna lose your hair at the end of 4 months. So you need somebody that is a professional when it comes to weaves. And it is expensive to me because you have to buy the weave, then you have to pay the person that sews it onto your hair. So, you know, you're paying twice. And it is actually my most expensive kind of hairstyle, getting a weave done. And if you guys disagree, just let me know, please, because I'm definitely going to be breaking the cost down. So if you can let me know if you think that getting a sew-in is actually cheaper than getting a weave, that would be fantastic. So the next hairstyle I'm going to go to is crochet braids. Now I like crochet braids because it's so easy to make, but it is painful. You know, after they make your cornrows, they actually have to start to crochet the hair, and while they're crocheting the hair, they have to actually tug it and tie it. For me, it is super painful. It's such a painful hairstyle. It is really beautiful. It is easy to make. You don't spend too much time making the hair. You don't have to sit for 4 hours, maybe 2 hours, an hour, and you're done. But it does get very painful, especially when you have to drag the hair and tie the hair and put the pin into each cornrow. Oh my god, I'm just thinking about all my crochet experiences. Even doing it myself, it still hurts the same, so it's very painful. But one thing I don't like about crochet is most of the kind of crochet hair that they have are synthetic, and I don't like synthetic hair because after a while it starts to look a bit crazy. It starts to look cheaply, it starts to look unkept, you know, and the while is very short after a very short while. So I'm not too fond of that because I just think it's a waste of money. And then the next one would have to be the natural hair. Yeah, of course, natural hair is cheap, but guess what? You have to spend money on products. You have to spend money on shampoo. You have to spend money on conditioner. You have to spend money on deep conditioner. You have to spend money on hair treatment. If you want to do a curl pattern, you have to spend money on the curl treatment. Like, you spend money either way. It is really expensive to carry any kind of hairstyle, but for me, the cheapest hairstyle to carry, I would say, would have to be a wig. Only because it's, you know, a one-time thing. You buy the hair and then all you have to do is just do a $10 crochet. Or if you can do crochet yourself, you just do the crochet, put the cap on, and wear your wig, and that's a hairstyle on its own. Boom. And you don't really need much to maintain it. You don't really need an expensive shampoo and conditioner to clean your hair. You don't really need to do too much unless you're extra like that. You want to change the color every single week, then you're going to need products. But besides that, if you're just a very low maintenance kind of person and very, you know, professional and stuff, you don't really need much to take care of a wig. So to me, it's the cheapest. And I'm saying it's the cheapest because of convenience, because of maintenance, because of accessibility. Yeah, that's why for me it's the cheapest. And longevity. Now, for the most expensive, I would say it has to be the weave, because you have to buy the weave and then you have to find a professional that can install the weave for you, and you also have to spend time to actually take care of the weave. You spend time to take care of the wig too, but the weave is like a daily thing. And as for your hair, your natural hair that you leave out, you know, it might get damaged in the process of always styling and stuff like that. So that's why I'm not too fond of weaves. And then for braids, I love braids. I absolutely love braids. But you see, when I don't like braids is when I have to actually take the braids out. My dear, I don't like taking braids out. I like putting the braids on, but I don't like taking it out. In fact, I like putting the braids on to an extent, because I still have to sit down and my bum will get numb while I'm sitting down and this lady is braiding my hair and she's tugging on it and combing it and stuff like that. So it does get painful, and I always have headache right after, so I always have my painkillers right beside me. Once I'm done for making my braids, I get home, take my painkillers, eat, drink a glass of water, and I sleep because it hurts. And then I carry the whole, it's so beautiful the way my face looks. I think I look the most beautiful when I have braids on, because it stretches out my face and I look like a child. I love it. And then cornrow is great too. It stretches out my face the same, but I only like it for like maybe 2 weeks, and then I'm over it. I don't want it anymore. I want it off my head, unless it's faux locks. But my dad doesn't like faux locks on me for some reason. Anyway, but crochet is good. It's just I wish they had like more human hair, not just synthetic for crochet. I don't know if you understand what I mean here, but it seems like it's just mainly synthetic hair that they have for crochet, and I'm not too fond of synthetic hair. And then leaving your hair out, combing the hair, it does tend to cut and tend to leave a mess a lot. It is cheap to an extent because you still have to invest in hair products and hair care products and, you know, comb and stuff, and it's painful. To me, having your hair out is painful unless you have a blow dryer which helps with combing the hair. For me, if I had my afro, I would use water, but because I'm transitioning, a blow dryer works perfectly. But I'm still nervous because do I always want to apply heat on my hair? One of the things that I care about, man, when it comes to hair, and like, it's just so crazy. And if you don't have hair, you complain. When you have hair, you complain. When you don't have hair, you complain. It's like, would you rather have the hair or lose the hair? That's the question. People need to answer that, because to be honest, I've seen this girl that has a burnt scalp and she always has to wear a wig, or she leaves her hair like that. I don't know. I'd really like to find out what she feels like while she doesn't have her hair. Like, is it such a bad thing? Does it really affect her self-esteem? Does it really affect the way she relates with people? Like, is it something that she's concerned about? These are one of the things that I really want to know. because people liken hair to beauty. They say the beauty of a woman is in her hair, you know. So my mom always frowns at me when I decide, hey, I'm going to cut my hair. She's like, no, don't do it, please. I'm like, no, mommy, I'm so tired. She's like, no, leave your hair alone. But for me, it's tough. But I know as a woman, at some point the hair stops growing. I think I met this lady one day at the store, and she told me that, I think she was Indian. She told me her hair keeps falling off, and as if when you get pregnant you lose your hair, you know. So these are things that we need to think about. So before you commit to your hairstyle, you need to think about the pros and cons of having that hairstyle, what your lifestyle is like, and what event are you preparing for, and how much is your budget. I just wanted to do this video to give you guys an idea of, you know, how much each hairstyle will cost, and you know how much maintenance goes to each hairstyle, and your natural hair care while you have this hairstyle on. So these are some of the things that you guys should consider. I hope you like this video. Comment down below, subscribe, like, share, and follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care of yourselves. Have yourselves a good one. Bye bye.